Lucky You is a new handbook by Dr. Price Pritchett, where he talks about 12 points to bring more luck into your life. Now, he's not talking about the gambling tables. He's not talking about blackjack or playing the lottery. This is a psychological strategy to bring more luck into our lives. I'm only going to talk about 2 of his 12 points. The one that I think is the most important is bring luck to others. He points out that it's reciprocity. We give to others and will receive in return. That is basically one of the laws of the universe. When we talk about giving to others, it's a mindset of abundance. Give a little at a time, he says. It's no cost. Nice words, good deeds, honest compliments. All of these help to bring luck to others because it increases this whole mindset of giving and receiving. I find myself lucky to work with a very creative person who has helped me design a new website, a new logo. Every time I go to his office or attend his amazing networking group called SUNLEADERS, he goes out of his way to compliment me. He goes out of his way to introduce me to other members of this networking group. He has a newsletter he produces once a month. He highlights the speakers. I'll be highlighted next month because being out there and bringing luck to others is part of being in a social network. When you go to his office or his meetings, he is very kind and generous with pointing out to people what my business is about. He lets me talk about my business. And it's not just me that he's doing this with. He does it with other members. As far as Price Pritchett talking about reciprocity, the other issue is he gives me many referrals, which in turn creates business for me, which in turn means I can pay his invoices every month. And that's what bringing luck to others is about. When you help others in their business, in their daily life, this helps them create their own economic value, their own economic security, giving referrals, helping people find a job, helping them get funding for their business. Again, this is bringing luck to others. These are points that Price Pritchett talks about in his 12 points of Lucky You. Also, what Price Pritchett talks about is remember the times in your own life where people gave generously to you. And this in turn brought lucky breaks to yourself. Again, what Josh has done for me and my business, the fact that he has always given me referrals, he always points out to people about my podcast in these meetings. He goes out of his way to make sure people understand about my virtual public speaking classes. This is bringing luck to others, and that's what Price Pritchett is talking about in his 12-point handbook, Lucky You. The other aspect that I think is important is the social network. Price Pritchett says to us, expand your social network. While SUNLEADERS certainly does that for me, there are other ways. You can, especially if you're looking for a job, one of the best ways to find a job, in my opinion, in today's world is volunteering. I think one of the best ways to volunteer is with big brothers, big sisters. You can find them in anywhere that you live in the United States. They are very corporate in their outreach, which I think is really important when you are looking for a new career, a new position. Very supportive, but really lots of training in order to become a mentor. I strongly suggest that you look into Big Brothers, Big Sisters. One more point about bringing luck to others. When I had my luxury French-themed inn located in Hyde Park, New York, I employed the culinary student chefs at the Culinary Institute of America. One instant really stands out to me in writing a reference letter to one of the Japanese chefs. He wound up going back to Japan, where he grew up, and had a significant executive chef job, but he would come out in the dining room and talk to other guests. One of my best friends in all my life is a patent attorney, and he happened to live and work in Japan at this time, and he met him. They were talking about that this young man went to the Culinary Institute, and he worked for Le Petit Chateau Inn. Now, Donald was absolutely nonplussed because such a small circle. He's known me forever. He's been to the inn. He knows the inn. And to have this young executive chef tell Donald how much he appreciated me writing the letter, how much I supported him when he worked in the kitchen. This is what it's all about when you bring luck to others. So remember, bring luck to others. Reciprocity. And just remember, when you're bringing luck to others, it's a mindset of abundance. When you are practicing this bring luck to others, it is a meditative and it's a meditative state of mind that you enter. Of course, with Kundalini Yoga, I always suggest that people find some way to meditate. It helps them stay focused. It brings calmness to their life and inner peace. This Kriya that's called crisscross heart will relieve you of your past. Many of us need to leave our past behind us because it is preventing us from going forward. I had a difficult situation for several months with a client, finally left that situation because it was toxic. I've been practicing this crisscross heart, absolutely brought luck to my life. I would call it miraculous. Therefore, practicing something like this crisscross heart, your children can do it too, and it will bring focus to them. It will bring a calmness to them. It will provide them a way to control their own lives. Lastly, with wine, this is the Women's Month of whatever. It's women this month, I guess, is the focus. It's so silly to me. However, I have included a link here. I used to work for T. Edwards for 6 years. They are my favorite importer and distributor in all the world. They have a free booklet on all the women vintners with whom they've worked with in their years of being. I think T. Edwards now has been around for 20 some odd years. The link is free. It does not have pricing, but if you need any kind of help finding these wines, please reach out to me. All my contact information is in the podcast details. I can give you suggestions. I've had many of the wines myself. I've been to many of the vineyards, but I can certainly help you find them, and I can help you with pricing. To wrap this up, bring luck to others. The easiest way to do this is to help people find a job, give them referrals, help them find funding for their startup business, a compliment, just being kind in some way whenever you see them at a networking group, or if they're coming to your office, go out of your way to introduce them to other people. Bring luck to others. Practice this Kundalini Yoga Kriya because it will help you get rid of the past and bring good things to your life. Same thing with women who are vintners. They also need to be recognized and purchase their wines and enjoy their wines and share them with your friends and family. To end this, I'm Valerie Hill. I create this podcast once a week to help people improve their mindset and control their thoughts in a positive way. Because remember, thoughts become things. I also teach an online course called Fair Public Speaking. I help people overcome their anxiety, speaking in meetings and conferences, in networking groups, even with your elevator pitch. Merci, au revoir.